So I'm excited today to be joined by Andrew, who is actually one of our recent graduates from the Recalibrate Wellbeing program. So let's kick off and let me ask you, Andrew, with regards to the Recalibrate Wellbeing program, thinking back to perhaps the start of the program, when you reflect now, what sort of things do you think were motivating you to want to attend or want to enroll in the program in the first place?
So for wellbeing's always been a sort of an area of interest for me. I had like a sort of a tough time at university with like depression and anxiety and things like that. Even though I've done mental health first aid, this sort of seemed like a progression on that, and I was able to delve further into like wellbeing and learn more than just about mental health.
Of course, when you learned a little bit more about the program, and initially, when we shared the information about the program, there were kind of 12 weeks, weren't there? There were 12 specific topics. Was there any of those particular topics or particular weeks that were highlights for you or resonated with you the most?
So I really found, I find sleep really interesting. I have an awful sleeping pattern. So I've been like, it's something that I've been like working on myself. So that was really interesting to learn more about that. And the movement stuff, because exercising was not something I did when I started the program. So that was like really interesting for me. They were sort of the key areas that I was, because it's things that I didn't know about before. So it was good to learn something new.
So what, if you were to highlight kind of a couple of key benefits then that you personally experienced from the program, what would they be on reflection?
I gained a lot more confidence in myself. Just in sort of, I don't know really how to put it, like in my mindset of just being more comfortable being me. That was like my main goal, is to just be more comfortable being myself, not having to sort of keep masking that like image of myself that I thought people wanted to see. And that wasn't like a specific area that was covered. I think it was just like a culmination of things came together. So that was like a big takeaway from it. I really enjoyed being together as a group and meeting up with people every week. That was really good. And it was good to hear other people's experiences. Where I am now from where I am from when I started, I feel like a different person.
That's a wonderful reflection. And I feel the need to say that I didn't do anything here. You were the person that made all the changes and made the decisions and the choices, and you took ownership of those choices. And the results are that you feel a little bit more confident. You're engaged in your fitness routines. You know, you're focusing on your sleep and your nutrition. Although, as you mentioned, nutrition can be up and down, just like with most people.
Yeah.
But that's great. That's really, really great, isn't it? That progression, that kind of movement, as you say, that movement from where we were when we reflect to where we are now is really powerful, really lovely. And so, then knowing what you know now about the program and how it's kind of impacted you and your lifestyle and your habits and your mindset, as you said, what would you say then, Andrew, to a friend or a colleague or anyone, in fact, who might be thinking about, engaging in the Recalibrate Wellbeing program?
I would say do it. I mean, it's not going to be a waste of your time. I think any time spent on yourself isn't a waste of time, because you're only going to improve yourself. And I definitely didn't do it before. We don't spend enough time on ourselves. So when it was every Tuesday for an hour, and it would just be lovely to just have like an hour to myself out of the day, and then I'd go back to work, do what I was like carrying on. But it was just, it's just having that time for yourself. I think it is important. We don't do it enough.
Just one last question then, just before we finish up, Andrew. So what does optimal well-being mean to you now?
I think at the start I said it was being content. And I think when I said that, I think it's the answer that I wanted it to be. And now I've gone through the program and the ambassador training, I know that is what it is. That is what it is to me. It is being content in yourself and happy with where you are at the moment. In sort of 5 years' time, I could be in a much better place, and I can still be content then. but it's being happy in yourself at the time for me, and I think that's just what I want out of life.
I love that reflection. Do you know what? Listening to you talking, because it resonates with me, because it's similar to what kind of what optimal well, but just being content, knowing what enough means for me.
Yeah.
And not not trying to live outside that, just appreciating the moment, living in the moment. It resonates with me, everything you said there. And this is where we recognize that well-being is really, it's unique, isn't it, to each and every one of us. It's
absolutely
subjective, yeah. But it's unique, and it's relevant to everybody. So it just remains really for me to say thank you for your time, and I wish you every success, Andrew. What's next for you then?
I just sort of take every day as it comes. This year, for me, this year was the year to focus on myself, and I'm definitely doing that. I'm being open and honest about who I am with friends and family close to me, and having conversations that I never thought I would have. So I'm in a really good place at the moment, really happy. And I'd just like to continue doing that, to be honest.
Listen, thank you again, Andrew. It's been an absolute privilege listening to you reflect around your journey, and it sounds like it's been a really impactful journey for you. So I just want to say thank you for sharing that honest and open reflection there.
No, thank you for being with us along the way and helping support us through our journeys. And yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It's been like a highlight of my year doing this. So yeah, I just really appreciate it, and thank you very much.